It's tabletop time.
I'm Alicia. That is Dave. I don't have anything. I'm sorry. I don't have anything.
And who's this?
I'm Jen.
And I'm Lachlan.
And we're all playing Morrowind. Continuation of our Elder Scrolls adventure. Do you want to briefly introduce your characters, just for anyone who might be joining in episode 2? We strongly encourage you to jump in on episode 1, but a bit of a, yeah.
All right, I'll start. So I am playing, I always want to call him Tabaxi because I got my head in D&D, but it's not. It's a Khajiit. I am playing a Khajiit called Azahari, and my nickname is No Rumor Azahari because no rumors about me, only good things. And I'm playing a thief, rogue, kind of awesome cat person. I look like Grumpy Cat, and you don't want to mess with me.
I love that you look like Grumpy Cat.
I'm visceral, I'm disgusting, but I have very little words for people, but I'm pretty much a badass. So yeah, that's Azahari.
Kewell.
I am Astrid. I am a shield maiden. I'm a Nord shield maiden. I am just looking around for places to raid for my Jarl back at home.
They don't know that.
No one knows that though. They just think I'm on a hunting trip. I basically look like Lagertha from Vikings is what I'm imagining. And that's about it.
And I'm Ferdinand, who is a Breton with a mild delusion that a god actually cares about him personally. He is sort of just a traveling minstrel type, but he's, a bit of illusion magic. He knows how to his way around a sword because, he's a Breton. And he's, just leather armor, fancy Breton sword, probably got like a lute on his back. And, just standard fantasy looking Breton dude.
And in the last episode, our 3 adventurers came and arrived in Vardenfell. Our Azahari was introduced to someone who supposedly knew her. A Bosma by the name of Anurdel, who suggested that they travel to Loa Oad by the road to get some work from Razid, a Khajiit in Fat Legs Drop Off. They travelled there and fought some mud crabs along the way, brutally eviscerating them, although Ferdinand came pretty close to getting injured by them. Azahari consumed raw mud crab meat and just avoided getting sick.
Missed it by that much.
Yep.
And then they've all arrived in the town, and they've talked to Razid, who has revealed himself to be a smuggler of Dwemer artifacts. And the gang are now going to meet an Imperial agent, an Imperial soldier by the name of Stescus bin Senex, who is in the fort of Moonmoth. And they have to secretly meet with him to receive the shipment of Dwemer artifacts. That's where we'll pick up pretty much straight away as you leave Fat Legs Drop Off, unless there's anything you'd like to purchase there.
Is the clerk currently busy with anyone? Or is he just literally standing behind the desk?
He's standing behind the desk. He's not idle. He's like tying up some fish hooks and like manufacturing wares at the time.
Slow day. Our customers.
Slow day.
Do we have
it's rained
food?
out. Everyone's gone inside. You have a little bit of rations, yeah.
Do we know how far it is to Moonmoth Fort or Balmora?
Do you ever? No, you don't. You don't even know where it is, except for the vague directions Razid gave you. If I said it was an hour from Seydanine to Hlaoad, it is probably an hour to Fort Frostmoth. It's about the same distance.
Moonmoth.
Fort Moonmoth, sorry. I can't read.
So, okay, before we leave,
I'd like to get some food.
I'm eyeing off those braces, right?
Okay.
That's my goal, just letting you know. I'm going to sort of push Ferdinand, into some of the merchandise a little bit. Not forcefully.
Like I'm already reaching for some food. And just...
Yeah. Enough to cause it to rattle and maybe 1 or 2 things will move. And enough, a distraction pretty much.
I'm going to let you do that, but I'm going to let Destiny decide.
Yep.
19. It works. You pretty much rattle the
Great.
shelves and some products work down.
And while the clerk is trying to...
The clerk looks up and he doesn't move and he just says, "Be careful."
While as soon as his eyes look up and over, I'm pickpocketing
Well, he
those.
looks directly at you. Okay, you can attempt to.
Sorry, I was
Sleight
just
of hand
wondering how
check.
much this food was.
I'm going to say sleight of hand check, and I'm going to give you -1 dice.
Okay.
He is staring directly at you, and you have pulled all his attention to you.
Why me?
Because you just shoved him into shelves.
But I wanted the distraction to be where the noise was coming from,
Yeah,
not me.
so this is it. You pushed a guy into some shelves, and it went. And the shopkeeper in a one-room shop, probably no bigger than this room, just looked across at you two, saw the guy in the shelves, saw you standing there, and then is like looking at you both. It didn't. They're just.
Sure, okay. I don't believe that's how that would go, but sure.
I own a shop and I've run one for
You would
7
look
years.
at what's happened and make sure nothing's fallen off of the shelves. Yeah.
No, I never do that. I'm
If
just
some-
like,
if
I'm like,
something-
pick it up.
No, if something explodes or if something happens,
Something
you look
Nothing
at
exploded.
No, but you're looking at where the damage
The
is.
shelves just rattled and like some things fell over.
Exactly. So you would look there first and make sure nothing broke.
You can see it from the desk.
Sure, I'll still make the roll.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Your argument has not swayed me. You get
Great.
one success.
Awesome.
Even if you had that dice, you wouldn't have succeeded.
What was the challenge level?
3.
Okay.
So, your hand reaches out, and you're going for the braces, and your hand goes under the braces. What do you do?
I try to take them.
Okay. And he says, interested in the braces, are you?
Oh. Azahari doesn't think these will fit her. Put them back. And we leave.
You leave. I'm getting food.
Right. So you grab some items.
Yeah, I just grab some more meager rations, just to supplement our already meager rations.
Cool.
Probably like 2 septums.
It's like 4 per item.
How much rations do I get for one item?
Like 1.
I'll stuff that.
Damn.
That's just what it costs.
Go
in the
eat
game.
some mud
You sell it
crab,
for like
like-
1 and you
No,
buy it
we
for
sold
like 4.
it.
Oh, we
sold
can
it.
find more. It's fine.
We should have kept the mud.
Jen is so salty because that didn't go your way.
But it's fine. It's fine. I'll steal something else.
Okay. Would you like to buy the ration?
No.
No. Okay.
It's not a
It's not going to be.
ration.
It's not going to be cheaper anywhere else. It's not
Yeah, but
overpriced.
I
here,
feel
it's
like it's-
just you have no money.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be slightly easier to, like, kill another crab.
Yeah.
Live
Fair.
off the land.
Why did I
Right.
have to go into illusion? I can't cook anything with illusion.
So you step outside.
Might be able to make it taste better.
You're eating mud crab, but it tastes like chocolate cake or something.
Yeah, illusion. It messes with people's minds. That's how it works.
We'll start heading to Moonmoth.
Like, it doesn't actually taste better, but you think it does.
Yeah.
How are you going to get there?
Does he tell us the general direction of where?
You no
or did he
longer
not?
with Razid.
I'll-
He said you travel north until you reach Valmora, then head east. That's all he said.
Yeah, all right.
We're going with Morrowind rules for how complicated
we'll start,
it is to
we'll start
navigate.
traveling north and just keep an eye on the signs.
In true fashion, I immediately turn the opposite direction and wonder why I'm staring at the ocean.
He actually says you need to cross the Odai Plateau and then follow the river up. I'll say there's no road between Halaoad and Fort Moonmoth.
Okay. We crossed the road.
All right, so you're journeying that way.
But yeah.
All right, so you start heading east, and it's not late in the day, and you climb up the gently rising hills, past the brackish swamps, and slowly over the next 10 minutes or so, you rise out of the terrain. The mangrovey trees become less, and it becomes a little bit more rocky. It's still like rolling hills, but it's not swamp. It climbs out of the swamp.
Huh.
And as you reach sort of a stopping point that you believe would be the plateau, who's leading?
I'll probably be.
I'm going to get
leading.
Astrid to make a perception check. Challenge level 2.
Okay, that's alright.
Why did a Khajiit, the Breton, and a Nord cross the plateau? Poor life choices.
Feels like that. 2 successes. All right. And Astrid, you hear. And then you look across the ground and your attention is drawn to a small white-blue insect just crawling along the ground, feet pitter-pattering.
Oh, that looks kind of cute.
Yeah,
Obviously
it does.
hasn't played
scurrying
Morrowind.
around. It's by small, it's probably like this big.
Right.
It's like the size of
What
a
would-
like the
I
size of a
suppose.
corgi,
Compared to the Stratus, it's small.
Yeah.
Compared to the real world,
Look
it's,
pounceable.
Yeah.
Does it look what?
Pounceable.
You can definitely pounce on it.
I feel like that's a bad idea, but I'm not going to stop you.
Do you say anything?
I ready my shield out of it like
Okay.
a reflex. Like, what's that?
It's like 10 meters
As
away.
soon as I
from you.
left the
Yeah.
town, I drew my sword because like I got picked up by mud crabs. I'm making that mistake again.
I'm going to pounce on it.
All right. I'm going to get you make a athletics roll.
Athletics?
Challenge level 1.
No.
2 successes. You run up and less deftly than you want, pounce on it and land on its back. And it kind of goes... It's not trying to bite you, but its legs are kind of like flailing because it doesn't want to be held by you.
Are you seriously going to try and eat that as well?
Nah. I kind of just pick it up and toss it. In the
It
tree.
just thump, hits the ground. Doesn't move for a couple of seconds and then like flips back onto its front side. And
I
then
kind of
just
feel bad for it.
keeps crawling along doing what it was doing, which you're not really sure what that was.
Kind of feel bad for it.
Azahari could have just saved your life. Could have been death.
Then why did you let it go?
It wasn't tasty enough.
You like licked it and then.
Tastes like poison.
Can't it eat have hair?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if they lick themselves, and I don't want to know. So we move on as you reach the Odai River, and you can travel north. You kind of cross the plateau and go back down the other side, and now it's more grasslands now. It's not swampy. You've left that behind you, and you can follow the river north. It's fairly rocky. There's some trees and a couple more of these weird things skitter back and forth. They just seem to be doing something. Like they're on a mission that you don't comprehend.
I like to take notes on them for musical purposes.
Cool. All right, I'm happy for you to do that. And after traveling for another, 10 minutes, you see a long rope bridge going from left to right across the Odai River. But the path also continues north.
I pull out the journal that we have. Are we supposed to cross that bridge, or
No, you don't. you
we
don't
keep
know.
continuing north to
No. He said.
Beldora?
Wait, no, that was the one that you were talking about with the actual mission. In the you don't cross the bridge. What have you done?
Were we meant to cross the bridge?
No,
No, okay.
you're not meant to.
Continue
Compasses
north to
exist.
Beldora. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Do
North.
compasses exist in the Elder Scrolls
I
universe?
don't know. Dwemer Compass probably exists.
We don't.
Right.
Oh,
Probably
we passed the
alteration or
bridge.
illusion or something.
Cool. You continue to head.
I have illusion. I cast clairvoyance.
Is clairvoyance an illusion spell?
I'm pretty sure it is. Someone in chat. Clairvoyance spell is literally just like if anyone's played Fable, it just makes that golden line appear to your quest.
oh yeah, right.
I have illusion and intentionally picked a useful
Right.
spell.
It's an illusion spell. A blue energy to your current objective. Challenge level 3. Oh, you get a big dice. Yeah, challenge level 3. It's pretty basic.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not getting lost anymore.
A blue line shoots out of you and travels northeast straight across the river, but like at a very sharp northerly angle.
This would be heading straight towards the fort.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guess that like, yeah, it's hard. Now you have a river going north, a bridge crossing it, and then a line like diagonally intersecting it.
So it appears to be the other side of the river.
It's on the other side of the river.
Well, let's cross the bridge.
Does he always do that? Is that what?
I have
Well,
never seen
I
that
keep
before.
forgetting that I can do this. And I keep getting lost, and it's really ironic.
Azahari thinks it's weird.
It is a bit, but magic's weird.
Great. And then I push Ferdinand onto the bridge.
All right, so you guys are crossing the bridge.
We're all just pushing you around. Yeah.
I do not fall over.
You cross the bridge.
Or do
Yeah, it's not in Morrowind timeline. It's just in Skyrim. So
Clairvoyance.
you cross the bridge, and yeah, continue, I guess. Which way do you head?
I follow the line.
Yeah, north.
Okay. You journey north.
I feel like something bad's really about
On the
this
east
about to
bank of
happen.
the river.
He's really thinking about it.
As you clamber up into
It's just like a
terrain that becomes more and more rocky. And after traveling for about another 15 minutes, you reach basically a point where the rock becomes like sleet and then becomes almost not sheer, but quite steep, rocky terrain heading up and hemming you in completely. And your like blue line just clips straight through the rock and goes.
That's why I don't use it all the time.
Did
Well,
Razit mention this?
Make a
Has he?
intelligence check, challenge level 2 to recall. So just intelligent, general knowledge will do. Challenge level 2. 3
Hey.
successes.
It's impressive.
You distinctly remember him saying that you don't need to cross a bridge until you reach Balmora.
Back
over
we
the
go.
bridge.
Well, it's not my fault. The line's not very specific.
All of you roll
Back
perception.
over the bridge.
I thought it was helpful. 2.
Challenge level is going to be 3 on this one.
Damn it.
2.
Oh my gosh, I've not passed a single perception check.
Technically, neither have I. I think anyone has. No, at least you did one.
Astrid
Well done.
gets it with the least dice. You two don't notice, but Astrid,
Somehow.
your ears coming from Skyrim, for some reason you just have an ancestral sort of draw towards looking towards the sky for threats, whereas others might not. And you hear a weird from the sky, and as you twist and turn, you see a massive sail-winged reptile cresting over the rock hills and shooting towards you. It has a sail fin on its top, sail fins out the side, and like a pterodactyl crocodile. Oh, it's actually like a beak thing. It's like a sharp pterodactyl-y mouth.
And it's got like a horn on its tail as well.
Yeah, it's got like a
isn't it?
spiked
Yeah.
tail,
Right.
and it's
What in
jetting
oblivion?
towards you
All right.
with aggressive intent.
Okay. I ready my shield.
Yep.
I call out to the others like, look out.
Okay, and they spin,
Let's
and
do it,
you
yeah.
didn't get ambushed thanks to Astrid. And there is a creature. All of you roll general knowledge challenge because you are not from Vardenfell. Challenge level 3.
God damn it.
2. No, 1.
I had the best chance of success and I failed.
1. Okay, none of you know what this is.
No, great.
As it's screeching towards you.
Let's go into. I'm going to punch it in the face. Let's go combat.
You're going to fight it?
Yeah.
All right, it has higher reflexes than all of you.
Yep.
So,
Great.
what are you going to do?
Can I like, is it charging at anyone in particular?
It's charging at you, Astrid.
At me, okay. Can I like ready my shield, and if it hits me, I can like push it back?
Yep.
Like,
So you
and
can
attack it?
brace, which means if something
Yeah.
charges you, you get +2 wins against it.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, no worries. You put your shield out and brace it up.
Yep.
You can also choose to go full defense, which means you get, for anyone, you get 2 extra dice,
But
but
you
you
can't.
can't get victory levels.
I would like to attempt to attack it if it comes close.
Yeah, you assume it will be coming close.
While I look up what illusion spells there are.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Cool. All right. So seeing Astrid's defensive braced stance, it neglects charging in aggressively, and at the last minute sort of pulls to the right, and then swoops back in with a tail swipe at Astrid, sort of fainting out and making sure that it doesn't just charge directly into your readied stance, and it's going to attack. But it is focused on Astrid.
Okay.
But do you want to see what one of these things looks like?
I would.
Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
So weird.
You don't like them?
No, I do. It's just such a interesting design. Like it's not something I would think from playing a medieval game. They're so cool.
There you go.
Oh.
Nice. I really got to play this now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you just
they're-
turn around and there's
that's
one of
also
them
the size
behind
of
you.
like a wyvern. They're not small.
No.
This is a massive creature.
Oh damn.
All right. So, combat rolls. Do you guys want to roll first, or do you want me to roll first? Which one will
Nah.
make you more stressed?
Roll. We're rolling first. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's mess it up.
All right, I will roll my swingy swung. That's the right amount of dice. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Oh. Yeah, successes. I've been playing Shadowrun a while and
Do you want to do per person or you?
resisting to the urge to say hits.
Yeah. So, what did you get, Ferdinand? How many successes?
4.
4. All right. Azahari?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6
Damn.
successes. Spicy.
Am I still bracing?
Yeah. So you just get your regular combat roll. So you get your 8 dice.
Forgot
Yep.
that I had buff spells available as an illusionist. I can fortify people's health, and
2, 3. Oof.
which I have no idea how that
It'll
works.
take your action instead of fighting to
Yeah,
do that.
I have
sort of
no
thing.
idea how that.
What did you get?
works mechanically.
3.
8.
8.
3.
No, I got 3.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
My villainous rolls, as usual, are safely not as terrible for you guys. So that's good. 4 successes.
It's like this could be an instant kill.
So,
Damn.
here's how this plays out. As it swoops in, how many successes do you get again? 1, 3.
3.
So he gets a level 1 victory against Astrid.
So
Okay.
3.
I got like 5 something. I
Yeah,
can't
you
remember.
did.
You got 6.
6. I got 6.
Oh,
So-
3, 6, and 4.
You get a level 2 victory against the Cliff Racer.
And I got 4.
You get neutral because it got 4 as well.
So I go, eh.
So you basically you swing your blade at it, and it's like Armored Head smacks your blade aside and just parries it. As it comes in, its tail flicks under your shield guard and knocks you, but your armor prevents the bit of the blow, and it staggers you. So you have -2 dice on your next turn.
Okay.
Whereas you get a level 2 victory on it.
Yes. Medium injury.
Medium, so you just take 2 dice off it.
Yep.
All right. No worries. Next round.
Cool.
Anyone changing the way they're doing things?
I would like to use my illusion to cast Courage, which on Astrid, which fortifies health and prevents them from fleeing. So just sort of like emboldens them. I don't know what the effect mechanically
All right,
will be.
so I'm gonna
maybe
say
a +1 dice if I
Challenge
succeed.
level 2 to embolden Astrid, and it will help her recover halfway from her stagger.
Ooh. That's useful. Just
And you fail. The spell fizzles in your hand as you fail to cast it.
yeah, I need to work on that one.
I would like to knock it out of the sky and make it, like, try and get it on the, like, claw it onto the ground if
So
possible.
to do that, you'd have to like either damage its wings or grapple onto it.
And what are the,
I want to grapple onto it.
how big are
So
these
you're going to have
things?
to enter close combat, basically.
Yeah, that's fine.
How big are these things? I'm just wondering if that's going to end with like grappling it or with like.
Should be on it, flapping on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's-
So you need to beat its roll, basically. It comes back, it swings back in and attacks Astrid from behind as she is staggered, but it doesn't get an advantage. So it gets 4 successes.
I guess I didn't directly enter into combat this round, so I just.
So you tried to cast a spell and it failed.
Yeah, so I just sort of like.
You're like,
ah, shit.
and then nothing happens, but that takes your turn. So
Okay.
Astrid, your roll.
Okay. So it's coming at me.
Yep. And you
Okay.
have -2 dice. It got 4 successes.
Okay. Can I just defend?
Yeah, full defense, so you
Yeah.
get +2 dice again, but you can't hurt it. Yeah,
Okay.
no
So
worries.
that cancels out the stage.
Yep. So you have 8 dice again, but you can't
Okay.
score victory levels.
2,
3. So it gets a level 1 victory on you.
Oof.
Azahari, roll your dice.
Oh no.
2.
2.
It's spinning in the air and you fail to get any. You like leap up and it moves out of the way at the moment that you attempt to clamber onto it. It is going to stagger you again, Astrid.
Okay.
And in your staggered nature, what do you all do? You declare first.
Just gonna try and punch it again.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I still get the -2.
You now have -2 again for this turn.
I would like to attempt to
Same
cut
result.
off its tail.
You're going to stab it.
Slice off the tail.
Obviously, that's relying on a good roll. So you're attacking it. You're attacking it.
I will throw my axe at it.
Okay, so you're not going to full defense. You're going to attack it.
Yeah.
All right, so you kind of weaken your guard, and it's going to attack the Khajiit that keeps jumping at it.
Yeah, fair.
And it gets
Two,
4
three,
successes.
4. Again, 4.
Reliably 4.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5
Good.
successes.
Ah!
Nice.
So
So
for
you
me,
get
is it 8 -2?
yes. So you get 6 dice.
Yeah. Okay.
Could you pass the cheat sheet?
1, 2, 3.
5 successes. Nice. And because you're throwing your axe, so assist with axe throw. So you might be so you get 6 dice, and so you got 5 successes, right?
Yeah.
So now the assist with the throw. So you roll 6 dice,
Yeah.
and we'll see what happens. Yeah, 1, 2. So you actually lose 1 success because your aim is not true.
Okay.
So in melee, you don't have to roll that because
But
you're throwing your axe. You
What
have
was
to roll a
the
throw.
what was
as
the
well.
succeed? Was it 3?
We
I got
rolled
five.
4.
You got
successes.
4. You got 5 -1 to 4. So you basically your throw just you
But-
were going to be a draw and it was gonna hit, and then it moved and your
Could
throw slightly winged it off to the right, and your axe flies past.
Could you use a destiny to make
You
it?
could use a destiny
If you
to make it
wanted
better if
to.
you want,
Is it
of
too
course.
late?
No,
for that?
no. But if you score equal with it, you just not hurt it.
Oh, was it equal? I thought it was above.
Well, now it's equal. Oh, if you go above, you injure it. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I use a destiny point.
Okay, so you get a level 1 victory. You get a level 1 victory. You're
Everybody
wrong.
gets a level 1 victory. Stagger's not actually on the cheat sheet.
1, 2,
Stagger's not actually on
3,
the cheat
4,
sheet.
5, 6.
Nice.
Yep.
You get a level 2. Yeah, it should be. You get a level 2 victory.
6. Yep.
Cool.
Great.
I'm just going
Uh,
to minor
You
injury
just
it.
slash
Minor
it.
as well.
Yeah, you go for the tail and your sword pulls down, but it only cuts a laceration across the
Yeah,
tail.
because
It doesn't
you're going to
cleave
get a
it
level
through.
4 to...
Yeah, it's also a massive monster. Yeah. So, Astrid, your axe, level 1 victory. What are you doing? You
I
can
don't know. My
stagger
axe
it or
just,
injure it, basically.
Injure it.
Okay. Your axe almost misses, but at the last minute, it feels like fate intervenes as its body just slightly tilts, and your axe, in an arcing motion, just slices a gash down its back and then skitters onto the ground. And the Khajiit,
Minor as well.
you inflict an injury, so you leap up and you rake it with its claws. And this point, with the thing flaps and lifts up in the air, and then just sails
Bye.
off with drips of blood falling down, deterred from further combat.
Okay. I run and get my axe, which is
Have your axe.
just fallen somewhere.
Azahari thinks we should make it to the fort before more things come.
Let's get back over that bridge.
So you travel south and head back over the bridge, and then journey north across the much calmer and less cliff racer-filled riverside.
Hooray.
After a while of traveling north, I'm going to get Azahari to roll a perception check.
My best
Challenge level 3.
check. 6. Yeah.
Oh, 4 successes.
Oh, thank goodness.
You catch the scent of cooking food, sort of slightly off to the
Of course, that's the
northwest.
thing I perceive. What is
Could use some sugar, but otherwise,
What does it smell? What is sorry,
it
where?
just smells like a rustic pot cooking to the northwest, just slightly off the path and up a little hill.
Is there any way that I can see that we can avoid that completely?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem hostile.
Could be bandits,
It could be.
right? Azahari senses food.
Food.
Do we avoid?
Well, food means people. People might mean friendly, or it might be the sort of people that we ran into on the way into the town with the funny name.
Should we
No, the
have
town with
a
the shop that had a funny name.
Should we just have a little peek at them?
I think that's
I'm
all
gonna
right.
be hungry.
I would like to attempt to cast. Invisibility, which is a fairly difficult illusion
Challenge
spell.
level 5.
Okay, maybe I'll just cast Muffle instead.
Okay. Challenge level 3.
What time of day is it, by the way?
All right.
Wait,
So
that's way too many dice. I rolled my combat roll for some reason.
What?
Time of day.
It's like mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Two.
Muffle. I'm going to say it was challenge level 2. All of them have been 3, so seems like a really easy.
Yeah, it
spell to
just makes it so that like
soften the
it's-
sound of footsteps,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So I'm going to give you advantage on your stealth check that you're going to need to make to sneak.
I was casting it on Azahari because
Okay.
you
then
look sneaky.
Azahari has
No
advantage.
offense.
Azahari has advantage on the
That's a
stealth
fair
check.
assumption.
Cool. You have
You can
advantage on a
go.
stealth check if you want to sneak up.
Azahari will go.
Okay, make a
Well, don't run,
check
obviously,
with
but-
advantage.
Okay.
With advantage.
Yep.
So does that mean that...
You
Three
successes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if you spent destiny, but you don't have to spend the destiny.
Yeah. Again, D&D on the brain.
5 successes. You deftly and sneakily approach the rise, but
Illusion is so much cooler in
Gently.
Morrowind. It's interesting.
smell of cooking food. It smells unique. You've never smelt this food before, and you're quite interested in tasting it.
Azahari gets more grumpy.
And as you clamber up, you find a nice little rise and a few rocks that you can hide behind, but you've reached the same elevation. As you peek through the shrubs, completely concealed, you see 3 people in peasants and commoners' clothes sitting around a cook pot, and they seem to be cooking a large egg. There's a few like carts and stools and a campsite, and there's also a wooden entrance built into a cliffside. They make a perception check. I'll give you challenge level is whatever you roll. Like I'll give you more based on your results.
Yep. 1, 2,
4
3,
successes.
4,
Yeah,
yep.
it's context clues become pretty clear based on the dirt on their knees and their hands, and also the equipment that they have with them. That this seems to be a mine.
Yep. All right. Oh,
And there's more of those weird little bug things crawling around.
is it progressively getting more?
There's more here. There's like 3 or 4 of them just skittering around, and the people don't seem to pay any attention to them.
I'm gonna run back to you guys.
So what did you find?
The people.
Friendly people?
Detail. Oh,
Minus.
did it have food?
Minus.
I mean,
There's a lot.
a lot of food.
People.
Oh,
Minus.
Children.
what?
Miners.
Bugs. Lots of bugs.
What is it with you and bugs?
Bugs. Bugs. Bugs.
Getting hysterical.
What am I going to do with that? What are you going to
I
do with
start
that?
walking towards the miners.
Okay.
Yeah, how?
Not being stealthily.
Hey, love.
So you just walk up.
What?
You just walk up the hill.
Yeah.
You're no longer being stealthy.
No.
All right. A couple
I
of eyes
follow on.
look towards the 2 or 3 of you. Are
Yeah.
you going with? The eyes look up towards the 3 of you, and they look shifty between themselves as they look between your drawn sword.
Oh no, I've put the sword away at this point. I've got the loot out.
Okay.
I have the
They look
loot
at your
out.
weapons and look a bit cautious, but then as you rise, they say, greetings.
Hello. What are you doing?
It's our break.
All right.
This is a mine. We mine egg.
You mine eggs.
Mine egg.
Yes.
You mine
A
eggs.
shulk egg mine.
I want to get really close to the egg and have like a really good look at it.
So you
Looks
mine
delicious.
food?
It's big. Yes.
It's amazing.
Well, it's the food of Morrowind that's built on.
Can I touch it?
The egg. You do make an endurance check.
Meanwhile, is there food to go around?
2 successes. You don't burn your finger, but it's very hot. He says, "We are a simple folk without much. A couple of coin, and you can share our meal."
How about a song? Suppose you can't pay for more food with a song.
He says a song would be welcome company to our meal, but as friends merely contributing to the cost of the food. And you look, they're like miners in peasantry clothes, and they're like, we don't have much.
That's fair enough.
And also remembering that some like jerky was 4 gold, and this is like a fresh cooked meal. And like, just chuck in a gold one.
I'll
coin.
chuck in like 3.
1 coin.
3 coins.
Okay, cool. You say thank you. You're welcome to sit.
I sit and wait for egg.
I also
So
sit,
excited
and
for this
then
egg.
I would like to take out my loot.
Yep.
Well, here's a little something that I've written on Vardenfell since I've been here. And he starts plucking his loot. Vardenfell's wet and it's hot and it's sticky. The people aren't friendly and it makes me feel icky. But I'm broke and I'm stuck here, so what the heck? I'll try making some coin without breaking my neck. Weird bugs that skitter on missions unknown. Crabs that do chitter and gnaw on your bone. Weird flying monsters that flee from a fight. I worry the things I will find in the night.
There's some, but from the miners, there's like a. You seem to have offended them, but they're kind of like, yeah.
You realise that's like, in my defense, before I met you friendly folk, there was the Imperials, and then somebody tried to scam us out of money with a tax. That's who I was referring to. So I'll have to add a new verse.
About nice miners. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just for you guys, I'm gonna show you kind of a vibe of what it's very small, but that's like a bit of a vibe of what kwama eggs look like in disgusting flesh things. So yep, it's kind of gross.
I bet they taste good when you cook them though.
And yes, you're served kwama egg,
I
which is like these large eggs about this big, but they like scoop and cut.
Devour
And I'm gonna say you it's not the best or worst food you've ever had. It's interesting. It's definitely common fare, but it's good. It's good.
That's new. I don't mind it.
could use some moon sugar.
One of the miners is like, yeah, good. Do you have any?
I nod silently.
Never mind. And yeah, you eat with them. I guess in quiet. Is there anything you want to talk to these people about, or just share a meal with them?
Where does egg come from?
The kwama lay the eggs.
What is that?
It's a large beetle.
Point at the. Are they those ones still skittering around?
Not quite.
Not quite skittering around, or not quite those beetles?
Not quite those beetles. They are like larvae things.
Wait, so it is those beetles once they get older.
Different creatures.
What is with those beetles?
Khajiit thinks they're weird.
I don't pay them much heed. He doesn't seem to care.
Those beetles are suspicious as shit.
Yeah.
What beetles? I don't see any beetles.
So it crawls on his face.
What beetles?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, he doesn't seem to really care about the beetles.
Okay.
He's not paying that much attention to them.
All right, that's terrifying. Dave.
You don't like them?
No, that.
We make our way.
Some stuff out of half.
How far to Moonmoth Fort?
They're like, really half an hour up the road. Just past Balmora.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Indeed. You got much business with the Imperials, dude?
A little bit. We're new here and we're trying to make friends, and the Imperials. Well, where there's septums, there's septums.
They keep us safe. It's a good thing they've come to Morrowind. I say. says one of the Imperial citizens who is a minor. Yeah.
You know what they say? Where there's septums, there's septums.
Oh, I get it. It's the Emperor. Yep. Okay. You're like, well, good luck. It's a fairly safe road from here, past up to Balmora. There's not much that should hassle you. Just whatever you do, don't go east of the river. There's cliff races everywhere.
Those like give a vague description.
Yeah, that's 100% what they are.
East of river, you say? Don't go.
Yes, just here, just immediately, the bridge just south. If you go east, there's a cliff racer nesting area.
Yeah, we found that.
We found that out the hard way, yes.
Oh, and you escaped alive. That's impressive.
Well,
Oh, okay. So I was misinformed. The little bugs are the larva of the Kwama. Yeah.
okay.
So he's like, oh, the scrib. Yes, they don't bother anyone. They're just the juveniles.
So.
Okay, so you leave them so that they can make eggs when they're older. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and they don't hurt anyone. They're fairly placid creatures.
When they get older, they just assume it's just.
They don't seem to have any kind of. They just have a little derpy mouth. It's like. "Bah." They don't have like teeth or fangs or anything.
But I'm picturing just like
They are very cute.
I'm just picturing just like the adults though, as it goes from like it's cute to like it's an eldritch horror.
I think it's like,
Again, it definitely looks like something.
It's like.
Looks like something out of Half-Life. but
yeah.
Got that Pac-Man mouth.
Like they probably eat head crabs or something.
Yeah.
Well.
All right.
Well,
You happy to leave the mining
Eat
camp?
egg and
Yeah.
we leave.
You eat egg and leave.
We eat Lev and Eggus.
And the next 20 minutes to half an hour
Sugar
Something in
is
that egg.
is very uneventful as you journey north across the river. Until eventually, the river starts running and you start to hear some sort of more familiar sounds near you as you have been hearing. Where is my thing? There is my thing. Cool. So you arrive the flowing river and sounds of people and population as you reach a rather large building city center, which is, you assume, Balmora. That's where you were sort of suggested to go. On the southern wall of Balmora. It's actually a walled city with these sort of weird bone-colored walls. You don't know how they're made. Some kind of render. Yeah.
So this is Balmora
Yeah.
that we're approaching.
You're in Balmora.
Great.
Or you're at the southern wall of Balmora.
We walk towards. I assume there's a gate.
Yeah, so your directions that said you should just get to the bottom of Balmora and just go east and don't even enter it.
Yeah.
The road just goes sort of east. But yeah, you reach the southern side. There's not a gate. There's just like arcs. There's a couple of guards, and there's also a large silt strider as well.
I'll just walk up to the guard and just double check the directions. Like, which way to the fort?
Oh, it's east. Not too far.
That way.
Straight down the road, you can't miss it. Past the silt strider at port. Over the river. It's a big bloody Imperial fort.
Yep, I'm new here. So, thank you.
Right. Welcome to Balmora.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
And just leave.
bye.
Hello, goodbye.
So you
Head east.
leave Balmora,
Yeah, we'll go straight for the fort. To the east.
head east. And again, it's fairly uneventful. As sort of the sky's starting to turn a little bit pink. It hasn't been that. You spent probably like an hour with the miners just hanging out and waiting for them to cook their food. And it was already mid-afternoon. So it's the season is such that it's an early sunrise sort of season. So, you know, you'd be pushing 5 o'clock now, and the sky's starting to just get that little bit dimmer as it gets closer to sunset. But yeah, and then you pretty head the paths. Now you're on a road. They have signs, and it doesn't take you long before you see a large stone imperial designed fort in a pass in the mountains.
No, we needed to
And-
sneak into there, didn't we?
Ah, I forgot about that.
Can you do the tummy thing, but the other thing again?
The tummy thing?
The
Oh, illusion?
yeah.
Could you be more specific?
The one.
Invisibility would be
Yeah.
nice.
I can try. There's a very, very small chance of turning somebody inside out. But that only happened once to my cousin Terry, and I'm pretty sure he was lying. One, two, three, four.
I'll do it.
For everyone or just?
I'm just casting it on one.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, now this is very important. Are you there, or did I kill you?
Can you talk when you're invisible?
That's
That was a
fine.
1.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
Okay.
That was a 1 on the Destiny roll.
So my
You don't know what
insides
that
are
is.
currently outside of my body.
No, she's fine. You're there. You feel normal.
Okay. Can you
Did
talk?
just do this in the middle of the road?
Can you talk when you're invisible? I imagine so.
You
right?
can, but I mean, it kind of gives away where you
Well,
are.
I'm in front of you guys, so Azahari's fine.
Okay, that worked.
Very impressive. Good job.
Thank you. I believe that worked.
You're feeling pretty drained. You're getting more and more drained. You've probably got like 1 or 2 more spells in you before you'd need to sleep for the night.
Is that how
You are-
that worked in Morrowind?
Yeah, it doesn't regenerate.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Mana does not regenerate in Morrowind.
I assume there's potions, though, still.
Yeah, there's potions that is it's like 150 gold and
For
it
the
like
miner?
goes- it's so brutal.
Do I
Sleeping is the way to deal with it.
do I know about
You got a little bit back when you rested for dinner.
Do I know anything about Moonmoth Fort? Like, do they sell? Like, could they go in?
There's a lot of stalls that they do sell a lot of imperial goods there. Yeah.
Azahari thinks that maybe you two go in as normal citizens.
Well, we are normal citizens, like just looking in the complete wrong direction. We are normal citizens. Also, you should probably hurry because this isn't going to last forever.
Convincing. Anyway,
And I'm probably not going to be able to
I'm
do
gonna
it
leave
again.
while he still thinks he's talking to me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm probably not going to be able to do it again because, you know, like I'm kind of feeling a bit washed out,
You've definitely still got probably 2 spells left in you. So.
depending on what they are.
Yeah, if you do a super big one, it'll take them both.
Well, that's the good thing about illusion. Like, that's about the biggest thing I can do with illusion.
So, while I'm invisible and no one can see me, I want to steal as much stuff as possible when we go inside.
Just
Okay.
picturing just like it runs out.
I'm gonna get you to make a perception check, challenge level 2.
But obviously follow I want the main
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
After talking for
So
about like
you
another 30
you
seconds.
don't need to roll anything. You're invisible. So
But perception.
yeah. Challenge level 2 for perception. Okay,
One,
3
Three.
successes. So where are you headed?
I'm
So
just
there's an
gonna-
outer wall and then a keep.
What?
You have to get into the outer wall by going like through the gate, and then you need to get into the keep to deal with anyone.
I'm just gonna walk straight through.
Okay, so you walk straight through the front gates,
Yeah.
and then there's a closed door at the entrance.
Is there a way up and over or?
It's like sheer walls of stone, so you
Okay.
could attempt to climb. It'd be very difficult.
Very difficult. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's stone brick, but it's still like vertical and
Can I-
fairly neatly done.
Can I make an infiltration check to see how I could get like ways to get past it?
Infiltration check would be more like watching guard routes and seeing how people behave normally.
All right. Is anyone else around that looks like
Yeah,
they're
there's
gonna?
guards coming to and fro. Every now and then, someone would open the door
I'll
and
just
head
wait
in.
for someone to open the door then.
Okay,
If it takes longer, then
We will,
takes like about 3 minutes,
that's fine.
and you guys just waiting.
no, we'll walk in and just sort of mingle in the market that you said was there.
Yeah, so it's in the keep.
Well, we'll go into the
Yep.
keep then.
So
I
some
guess.
guards look at you with some scrutiny, and you can tell as soon as you head in that you're being watched more closely than other people.
Anyway, it's understandable.
And you actually, it's these two that rock
Let's
up and
see.
open the door, and you sneak in behind them.
Yep.
You're in a large room, but there's a few spots, like those large stone pillars, you can
Mm-hmm.
sort of hide behind and move between with like arcs leading in and around. There's a bunch of stores, but it's all Imperial soldiers, and it's like Imperial merchants that sell enchantments, scrolls, armor, goods, but they're all kind
Just
of
thinking, like,
selling
I can't
to
afford any of
themselves.
this.
Public can buy it, but it's more set up for the soldiers. Now, as a Hari, I had you make that perception roll before. So as you slink around the side, like the edge of the building on the inside, and you reach out in front of you, you see your hand.
I see my hand.
Yep.
Oh, crap. I hide behind a pillar.
Cool. And you look down and you realize the spell's ended.
Okay.
When I rolled that destiny and got a 1, I'm like, all right,
Damn
because
it!
originally I said invisibility would require 5, and you got a 4, and I'm like, all right, I'll allow it. How long does it last though? 1. So you got like 3 minutes of
I
invisibility.
just want to steal stuff.
Maybe don't do it in the Imperial Fort full
okay.
of soldiers.
So the pillar I'm behind, is it kind of like, so let's say this is the inside. Can I try and hide behind a pillar that's like here, that's like close to a wall where people aren't going to walk past and see me?
You can attempt to use regular stealth now to sneak around.
But I want to make sure at this point I've not been seen by anyone.
Yeah, you haven't been seen yet.
Great.
Okay, would you like to sneak around?
I actually want to listen in and see if I can find
Perception
who
check.
this
I know
guy
what you're thinking. I
is.
like
Yep.
it. I like what you're thinking. Challenge level, not going to tell you. I'm just going to let you roll.
Yep.
See what happens. Destiny, 12. Okay. Better than nothing.
1,
With
2,
5 successes and a destiny of 12, which is slightly better than nothing, like 50-50 on the positive side. I'm going to say with 5 successes,
Yep.
you skulk around for a couple of minutes, and then you hear someone say, where's Stescus? Is he late for his appointment? And the other one like, no, he just headed down to the trains. He says he's got, a bit of a... Well, we best not talk about it, but that's where he is. All right, the other guards are on patrol. Good. And they're like, the next changeover's in 2 hours.
Cool. All right.
I would like to attempt to make some sort of a distraction as well as a bit of coin by just like finding like a crate that appears to be disused and then like dropping my coin pouch open there and then just start busking with complete disregard for any possible
Can I hear you
Imperial
make a
laws.
performance check? Which I think you've started as a vocation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 success. Destiny roll of 5. What's Astrid doing while that's happening?
Probably backing away slowly as I sing something without realizing that it's, not so subtly anti-imperial, but I just think that it's got a catchy tune. But it's just
It's like some Stormcloak
yeah.
song from Skyrim.
from the far future or something.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
Like it's something that's like it's like it'll be something from like High Rock that was like one of the old Elven songs, and it was just like basically subtly enough that I don't.
Men
realize
are really dumb and Mer are way better. It's the elf song.
something like that, but it's got like a really catchy beat. So it's like it's good to listen to, but if you actually slow down and listen to the lyrics, you're like, hang on, that's incredibly offensive.
All right, Astrid, what are you doing?
I slink away
Yep.
and I try and find.
Make a stealth check, slink away.
Okay.
This room has like 15 people in it, and it's a fairly open space.
Oh, I just mean I walk away from.
Yeah. Okay, so you can just walk away.
I just pretend that I don't know him.
Yeah, you just came in at the same time.
I'm just like walking away. And I still think you're invisible, so I'm gonna be like, hey, like trying to
Close to the
I don't know
walls.
where you are, but I'm
Hello?
like, yeah.
Hey,
Are you still here? Like,
incredibly, God.
So, before we get to
There
that,
you go. Yep.
Ferdinand,
Yep.
you get 1 verse in before 2 Imperial guards physically seize you and pull you down off the box
Hey.
and like throw your hands in shackles and push you away. Their foot kicks your coin purse and gold like skitters across the ground. And they start shoving you and walking, and they're just like, who invited you in here, busker?
Well, I just thought that the fine people would enjoy some music.
Right, so you insult us. And they're just like roughly pushing you towards the front.
Not on purpose, it's just a catchy tune. I don't mean anything by it.
Khajiit spots coin spill across floor, skittering like over the ground. And
My money, how am I supposed to pay my bail?
they are completely, they just take you to the front of the fort and take your shackles off and shove you out into the like slightly ashy waste in front of the fort And then one of them like bangs the thing, and they crank a thing, and it's like, and the portcullis at the front just drops to the ground, and you're left on the outside of
Do I
it.
have my loot?
Oh god.
You have whatever you were physically holding. I'm gonna say you had your loot in one hand, but they had like seized it. Yeah,
What about my money?
they just walk off.
Can I sleight of hand and take or
Make a stealth check.
Stealth.
I'm going to finish the rest of the song.
One,
Loud.
4 successes.
Yep.
You evade notice, and you basically manage to scrabble up and grab that coin that was spilt on across the ground.
While he's making a scene, you're just like
Yeah.
stealing it all.
Sorry.
So Astrid, you see Ferdinand just get like thrown out of the fort,
And then
Inside.
continue, and then you can vaguely hear him continuing the song incredibly loudly.
How's that going?
Oh dear.
Oh, that's okay. For a moment, an archer on the wall like pulled an arrow and like looked very, and then like one of the other guards just shook his head and he like put it back and just let him go at it. The Imperial citizens probably shouldn't just murder people. So, Azahari,
I'm gonna find Astrid while you're trying to talk to the walls.
Yeah.
You just literally appear behind you and tap you on the shoulder.
Oh, there you are. Oh. Did you see Ferdinand get dragged off?
No. Anyway, is it Stexlus? The guy right?
Stescus.
Stescus.
Yep.
Stescus. In latrines.
He's in the trains.
Latrines. Toilet.
Ah, okay.
That makes more sense.
Ah. Well, we've lost Ferdinand. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna get him back in.
I don't think
I
it's.
think you just gotta go to the toilet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we better find this guy.
I'd like to graffiti on the edge of the fort when no one's looking. Go home, those who are called the Imperials.
No one sees.
I
Destiny 19.
I hope someone gets that reference. Go home, those who are called the Imperials.
No, I don't get that.
I say to Astrid, I will
Someone might.
I will pursue. You keep watch.
Okay.
And you slink into the thing?
I'm gonna be sneaky, and I want to basically find the latrines, find where he is, and Astrid to make sure that no one comes in, and whoever is in there. will
Make
want-
a survival check.
No, really.
Yeah. Navigating a place you're not familiar with. 1 success. Challenge level was 2.
I'll use a destiny.
Use the destiny?
Yeah.
All right, you successfully navigate your way to the latrines, mostly using your keen Khajiit sense of smell. There is a particular smell associated with latrines that you can catch onto.
That's fair.
And shortly after you head down and you see your timing is impeccable as an Imperial man is like hoisting his pants and like buckling some buckles and belts on his breastplate and looks like he's just come out of the bathroom. His eyes widen when he sees you.
Stop. You.
What is the meaning of this? And his hand goes straight to his sword.
I need to speak with you. I kind of just try to be a bit calmer.
He looks.
I can't say anyone's
He looks
name.
right. Why can't I?
The Khajiit that we talked to.
You can say his name. You can say Stescus' name.
As in, I can't pronounce it.
Oh,
Did I write that
Razid.
down?
Razid.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Razid sent
Razid.
me.
And he pulls you into the toilet. It smells.
Romantic.
And then he like shuts the door and he's like, "What business do you have?"
We have come to collect.
Yes. You can't be seen. I don't have it.
What?
I don't have it.
I pull out my claws and my fist and what?
He scoffs, looking unintimidated. He's just like, "What do you think? Hurting an Imperial officer in the Legion fort will do you much good? I heard the portcullis shut. Good luck getting out." Now, I don't know who Razid has been hiring, but I don't have it. My superiors have been cracking down, and I haven't had a chance to get out and make the pickup, but
I'll pull my fist away.
I'll give you the information, and you can pick it up and deliver it directly. If that suits you. My risk is the same, so my cut will be the same. If
See about that.
Razid hears of this discrepancy, the deal is off. And the supply is cut. So hear that he does not. As far as he's concerned, you got it from me, all right? Yes?
I nod. Just. That's it.
What was your name?
Khajiit doesn't give names.
Oh, know your face. It's distinct.
My beautiful blue eyes are sparkling.
Your grumpy face.
I'm so happy right now.
All right.
I pull out my journal and write down every single word he's about to say.
Head east and north. You won't be able to miss it.
Head
East and north.
east and north. Head northeast.
You're heading towards Arkanthond. It's a dwarven ruin. You need this passphrase. The wild rose. I'm a romantic, what can I tell you?
Yes, pulling Khajiit into toilet. Romantic.
I'm not into that sort of thing. With
okay.
that sort of woman. You're a woman?
I'm not judging.
They're fairly openly, apparently bisexually accepting in the Elder Scrolls universe, from what I understand.
Yeah, but this guy isn't.
Yeah, well,
I'm not gonna disclose
this guy's just
gender
like
to him.
this guy's just surprised. He's just confused and surprised at this Khajiit, and he's certainly not interested in the Khajiit.
I'm just.
Everyone's got their preferences.
I would like
Yeah.
This guy's is Bosma.
I would like to retcon the song that I was singing. It wasn't. It was just like just a lewd song, so it was just inappropriate
Yeah,
instead of offensive.
They're not going to kill you. They just didn't like it.
And I think it makes more sense that like he's not going to sing something that's openly offensive to them specifically. He's not that stupid.
He's just not used to how prissy
Yeah,
you're used to Imperial garrisons where they're more larky and fun. This particular group are clearly very serious.
Yeah.
And didn't take it in good jest.
Yeah, they don't like songs about overly drunk females doing.
You have the information. Lusty Argonian maids.
Yeah.
In the song form. That is a deep Elder Scrolls reference. There
Okay.
is a book and a play called The Lusty Argonian Maid.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got the information. Do you want to say anything more to Seskus, or will you head off?
Nah, I'll let him finish his business. He already was, wasn't he? I'll just let him. Yep, no. Bye.
Cool. Make a stealth check to sneak out.
I can't guess my gender. I could just be a gentleman using the toilet.
You would be the only Khajiit Imperial officer in this Imperial fort.
actually going to be the issue. 1, 2.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Oh no.
You re-enter the main hall at bad timing as a soldier says, "Oi, Khajiit! What are you doing there?"
Oh, Azahari lost her way.
I was meant to keep guard, wasn't I?
Probably just too busy going.
I do a very
Well, there-
delayed bird
kinda look
noise.
I'm going to say there
I'm
was
like,
nothing.
"Kaka!"
She actually did everything right. It was right as you were like about to leave,
Okay.
but that someone just saw her
You
come out
just
of the
didn't
door, and
notice
you
it.
wouldn't have known.
That's
Okay.
okay. It's just funny.
But they didn't see her do anything illegal or anything. But they say arms up, and they basically search you, and they don't find anything. But they like look, and they're like, "All right, you can leave," and then you can leave the fort.
Great.
Yeah.
We leave the fort.
Exit Moon Moth.
Unless you
Fort.
wanted to buy.
I'm just sitting there.
Yes,
The
you're still
portcullis
here, right?
raises, and you may exit.
It's just like in red. Just scroll, go home. Those who are called the Imperials.
There's graffiti on the outside of the wall.
Somebody will get that reference. I
Just
hope.
spell.
Someone had Monty Python Life of Brian, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
The spell was lackluster.
Not my fault.
I'm just saying.
Don't use it often. I mainly use it for like little party tricks and gimmicks when I'm singing songs, so someone has something to look at. Instead of my ugly face.
He didn't have the stuff.
Oh, bloody Imperial.
We have to go get it ourselves.
All right, where is it?
Northeast. Narcathan ruins.
Arkan.
You said it all very fast.
Arkan.
I wrote down
How far away is that?
Arkanthad. For Arkanthad?
We don't know.
No, you don't know.
What was that? Sorry.
So, these Dwemer ruins, whatever
They
those
said
are.
Dwarven this time,
I wasn't there for that.
but you relay Dwarven ruin because that's what he said. So it says Dwarven ruin.
Oh. Why would they call them Dwemer? They're dwarves. Imperials are weird.
Imperials are normal.
Oh, sorry.
No, weird.
People from Morrowind are weird.
Wait,
Clearly.
yeah, who said that
Dunmer called them
originally?
Dwemer.
The Khajiit did.
Yes.
That Khajiit was weird.
Oh, you travel?
We better get a pay rise for this.
It's like nighttime, yeah.
It's
Well, the way that I
sunset.
see it, one less person did work, so that's one more share for us.
Did I? Yeah, all right, we'll go.
Well, he did have a strong word with you that he was still getting his cut.
Yeah, but we didn't hear that.
Yeah, you guys didn't. That's fine. I'll deal with that later.
You head northeast, traveling to the road for a while in increasingly ashy terrain. There's just a grey, cloud, like a blanket of ash just on everything, and it just slightly ashy. It's not raining ash, but it's clear that it does occasionally ash blows down. But fortunately, you don't encounter any beasties this time. And after traveling for a few minutes, some of the rocks to the north sort of sink down, and there's a rough path going north, and you can see this weird, like brassy coloured tower tilting off at an angle, like listing at an angle in the distance to the north.
May I do a general knowledge check? Because I've heard of dwarves, not heard of Dwemer. I probably haven't seen any ruins, but I have been travelling a lot, so I might...
Challenge level 2. Fairly obviously. Yep,
Three.
cool. You recognise that to be Dwarven ruin.
Well, I think that's where we're going.
Good navigation. Perceptive.
I mean, landmarks help.
Can he say like how long it'll? Can he like guess how long it'll take to get there?
It's only 5-10 minute walk. Not too far away. It's quite close to the fort. So you travel north.
Yep.
And you climb. You leave the path, and the closest thing resembling a path is like ruined, broken. As you get closer, like ruined, broken. What would have been roads back when the Dwemer ruin existed, but like the land shifting and eruptions and stuff long since have turned it into chunks of ruined rubble. As you get closer, you hear some hissing, some strange steam escaping pipes, and the sound of metallic clunking from deep beneath the earth, like these deep creaks and groans of metal. Like you're in a submarine, but it's coming from beneath the earth.
Right.
Interesting.
And you approach, and you reach a large circular door.
Can I?
Seems to have been used frequently.
Oh, okay.
And recently. There's a couple of crates around the place too.
Open the door.
Yeah. Is it? Or can we open it?
Yeah, you push in. Azahari, make a perception check. Two successes.
Yep.
As you push in and open the door, the light from outside catches the glint across the ground of a wire stretched from one side of the room to the other.
Yep.
Did you take that trap skill?
I did, yeah.
Would you like to attempt to disarm it?
Yeah, I would.
Challenge level 2 for this trap. With your trap skill.
Yep.
4 successes. You successfully disarm the trap, following it back to its source, and you see that it seems to have been some kind of strange Dwemer thing. It's like a 4-pronged bolt thrower. It looks like a crossbow maybe, but it looks like it's been broken off something and then triggered manually with some wires and cables to be a bolt shooting trap.
Can I take that component off?
It's fastened pretty
Oh,
securely.
okay. That's right. Yeah, I just meant to look.
What have you found there?
Death. But
What? Someone died over there?
no, but it's a trap.
Oh, imminent death. That makes more sense.
There's like a dry heat emanating from this place. There's steam
At
and
least it's not sticky.
the sound of
I like relish in it because it just seems lovely.
So, what do we do? Do we just call out and say, hey, we're here for the delivery?
the stairs that wind down as well.
Do we go down and pick it up ourselves? Like,
Yeah,
furthermore, how are we supposed to get a delivery over imminent death?
that's fixed. You're fine. That,
Oh,
yeah.
Did
sorry,
you disarmed it?
I was busy writing
I'll
musical notes.
Azahari will lead the way.
That sounds good.
We'll go further down, and I want to check for traps on the way if there's more.
Cool. You find one or two more traps, and you can disarm them because they're all pretty low tier.
Does it look like someone has come through and
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you said before. Yep. Yeah.
And as you get to the bottom of the stairs, you see an overturned Duema table, and your approach is met with two raised crossbows from two clearly not outlander, but like bandit types, adventurer types with crossbows that just raise them at you as you enter. And there's a third person in the room, a Breton wearing a red shirt with a black vest, standing in the middle of the two.
Is that the outfit symbolic of anything?
No.
Okay.
It's just
the
what
outfit.
he's wearing.
I'm gonna put my hands up. Say greetings.
Hello.
Like, don't
Hi.
shoot me.
We're here for the delivery,
We come in peace.
apparently. And I say the guard's name because it's...
I stop him from saying that and I wait for them to respond.
The sound of a leather glove and the leather like crunching as a finger gets tighter on a trigger.
All right, I tell you to. I just say the word duck,
Duck, like...
and then I
Oh,
want to.
duck.
Because they're gonna shoot us.
You were told something to say. I'll give you that.
I mean, I know, I have it written down, but
I
I'm...
say-
But we didn't hear it.
Exactly.
I say, the wild rose.
There's an audible groan in the room, and they're just like, what? We need to change that. And then the crossbows get lowered, and the guy in the middle says, "Greetings.
Hi.
You've come on behalf of that lazy Imperial, I guess."
Apparently.
He's
All right.
too busy using the toilet.
Well, if you know the passcode, you know the deal. And he basically, there's a place where people have been sorting stuff. It seems like they might be trying to expedition deeper into this ruin. And he
That's
he
not
brings
gonna
a small
go
crate
terribly
of Duema bits and bobs, but it's closed. You can see that's what they've been putting in the crate.
Excellent.
Good.
Great. Is this
It's
it? Just
easy
this
as
one
that.
crate?
Just the one crate?
I don't see how you're going to carry any more between the three of you.
Oh, how heavy can it...
Yeah, it's metal. It's like a crate this big, full of steel.
Okay.
So it's just like
Just Duema
it's
metal.
probably like 30, 40 kilo crate.
Is it locked? Did you
No.
say sorry? It's not.
It's
Can
just
I want to
closed.
open it and have a look on the
There's
inside.
just chunks of Duema stuff that you don't really comprehend.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
You don't
fair
happen
enough.
to have any wheelbarrows or
Think that'd look a bit suspicious.
carts?
Nope.
No.
All right, on three.
Alright.
Luckily, everybody has a point in strength.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I help you lift it.
1, 2, 3.
Everyone make an athletics check.
Ha!
The challenge level is... Wait, so you all have strength, so you can all assist. So we'll get one... No, I'm going to do something wild, even though this isn't in the rules, because I just feel like it. The challenge level is 8,
So collectively.
collectively.
Oh, okay.
1,
So
2.
2.
Oh, God. I feel like we've all got the same roll.
3,
4.
4,
That counts, yep.
6, 7.
You got 4 successes.
I think we all had 5 dice.
I'm gonna.
Do slightly better than average off 3 lots of 5, yeah.
I'm gonna use Destiny to get advantage
Yep.
again, and that's my last one.
And worth it! You get 5 successes!
Come
And Azahari lifts with strength, and between the three of you, you can carry this box. And I don't mean it's not between the three of you in this instant.
No, but switching
it's
instant.
over the course of the journey, and with Azahari taking it for the same equal time as you two together, carry it over the course of the journey. But you can carry this weight and transport it.
Fantastic. All right. We
Just
pop
head
out
back
of
to.
You head out and start journeying.
Do we?
I'm going to get you all to make a collective stealth check.
I was going to say, do we know if
Wait.
the Silt Strider that was at the starting town, if we got to Balmora,
You go to Satanine for like 100 gold for all three of you.
do I have 100 after everything that we've
No.
been through? No? Okay.
Probably got like over 100 gold worth of Weber scrap. But I feel like that's a bad idea to take on a Silt Strider.
Stealth checks.
Yeah, sorry.
Challenge level. I want 2 from each of you.
2 different stealth
No,
checks.
2. Like 2 successes each.
One. Not infiltration?
No, because...
Damn.
you could go with infiltration if you're transporting other goods. I'll let you... You can use infiltration instead if you'd like.
2.
Okay.
Just thinking because like
1
I'm using
success.
the
stealth,
idea
not
is that we're
infiltration.
passing unnoticed, so
Yep.
Yeah.
4 successes.
again picking up the slack.
All right, so yes, Azahari manages to hide Astrid in the times that Astrid is less than stealthy. As you journey back across, you pass Moonmoth Fort, you travel to Balmora, the sun falls and sets, and everyone starts to close up. You journey south, down the river.
Light.
Yep, you use the last of your mana to keep the path lit on your way back.
Not guidance, just light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make a magic light, right?
Yeah.
And over the course of the next
great.
hour and a half while you journey back, that uses all your mana. as
That's
you
fair
head on
enough.
home. But you maintain a light the whole way back. And you journey down through the swamps and destiny roll.
The light was a bad idea.
The handle breaks on one of them.
A miserable swarm of insects. It's just as soon as you get to the swamp with this light, just bugs. And it's been raining recently. All of you make an endurance check. Challenge level 2.
I like to think they just literally started swarming from nowhere.
1.
Oh,
5.
yeah, well done.
5. Okay, cool.
2.
I'm the only one that fails.
Your face just swells and
Well, I'm the one holding the light.
They're all drawn to you.
I look like a beekeeper. I'm
All right. So you have, what did you get? Sorry, Azahari? What was your result?
what was the challenge
needed
level?
2.
I was a 2.
So
Okay.
it's
I
like
did
2,
pass.
5, and 1.
So without knowing it at this moment, but tomorrow you'll be very aware of it. Ferdinand, and make a note in the notes section of your character, you contract swamp fever.
Oh, shit.
As the insects give you like diseased bites that rapidly swell and become very uncomfortable.
Then we've got a Shrine of Akatosh handy.
So, but you make it back to La Oad
Hooray.
and Fat Legs drop off. You take your goods down.
Bugs.
You're
And
not looking too
Razid
good.
is eating his evening meal with moon sugar and skooma, smoking skooma.
Ooh.
And
Smoke
meet
it. You
with
can smoke skooma.
It's how you smoke. You smoke it or drink it. In Morrowind, they have pipes for skooma. It's like a shisha or a hookah, and he's got like a pipe coming down. He's eating, and he says, you arrive with the goods.
Mental note: lights in the swamp at night. Terrible idea.
He cursorily inspects it. And no one was alerted. And our man has done well.
Oh,
That's because it's worth
he
dealing
did.
with.
Yeah, he was useless.
Oh, yeah, we went in there, and he didn't have it because I don't know. He didn't say why. Did he say why? He just said that he didn't have it.
We had to go pick it up ourselves.
Supply issues.
I
Yeah.
will have to deal with this.
Bloody Imperials.
He certainly won't get all his pay. Well, for you. And he brings out a large chest and purses, and he's clearly pre-done this. And he puts a purse in front of each of you. 200 septims each.
Ooh.
Well,
Can write that stilt strider, baby.
do you give me back my money, or did you just?
Now.
Well,
You can
that'll
get
make up
those
for
braces
the
now.
7 gold that the bloody Imperials took off me.
Welcome to the underworld. I hope we have many more profitable ventures together.
So do I.
Good.
Thank you very much.
And with that, sun sets on another day in Vardenfell as our party have successfully got a foothold. I guess you've done your first job. Smuggling Dwemer artifacts. Who knows where this criminal life could take you next? Maybe we'll find out. If you want to see more of Morrowind, let us know. If you're happy with your little journey in Morrowind and you like the taste of it, we'll leave it there, and that's fine.
I'd love to do more in Morrowind or just even the Elder Scrolls.
It's fun. It's fun to have such a rich established universe to play
It
around in.
is.
Um,
It's so much easier.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's cool, and it's easy to do research. Like Alicia will be going home and downloading Skyrim and playing it.
100%.
I'm probably going to go play Morrowind.
Morrowind's so good.
That's what we're doing
There aren't
tonight.
this many bugs in the game, is there?
Morrowind's very buggy. There's a lot of bugs.
Okay.
There's
there's
more
a-
bugs
I
in
recommend
Skyrim
Skyrim.
than there are in
Okay.
Morrowind.
Well, but yeah, but that's just like spiders and chorus.
No.
He's making a joke.
There's more bugs in Skyrim than there are in Morrowind.
Oh,
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Patriots!
Professor X, AJ Macy,
Infernus
Yellow
Shadows,
Infernus Shadows, Tickle
Time
Duck,
blink.
Time Blink. I can't remember what your long message is. And Rain Ire is the first one.
Yes. Maybe I'll have to show it to it twice. I can't believe we missed it. I didn't even just shot
It just
past
came out
this
of nowhere.
screen.
I know.
Just it's so fast.
God.
Yeah.
someone needs to turn that down.
AJ.
It's
Macy,
auditioning for
was
the
that
new
not?
Sonic movie.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
But anyway, thanks you everyone. We'll see you on the other side of another week. And the Dark Fox. And thank you for watching. Without you, we could not be able
Professor
to do this
X,
at
AJ Mason,
high of a
Yellow
level we
Yellow
are. Thank you
Tetris.
so much.
AJ Macy?
You get it twice. And thank you. Yeah, cool.
Thanks,
See
everyone.
you for more campaign
Bye.
on Tuesday.
Indeed.
Yes.
I look forward to
Thursday
whatever
or
we're doing
Friday or
next.
Saturday or Sunday. I don't know what days things get uploaded. Bye.
Until next time.
Bye.